get set, where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying?
And while they were here, they always wore masks.
The plain and simple fact is that these vaccines are working. So please, just get the damn vaccine.
I do not want anyone to think that I am blaming the victim for what happened in this story at all, even though I'm going to use this as a lesson for us to learn some self-defense tips in the martial arts from a very, very tragic situation. This is going to be something that's very Taekwondo centric, because Taekwondo has the principles of courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit. The tenets are things that I think help you with your interactions with people in order to prevent violence and just in order to have, better conflict resolution among people in general. So the tenet that I think we have to practice in a situation like this is self-control. Not necessarily because we're the victims or a possible victim in this type of situation, that we're doing something wrong so that we have to practice self-control. No, we need to practice self-control so that someone cannot bait us into a situation where we lose it and escalate on them, and then they have an excuse to kill us. Yes, I mean that. There are people who will actually try to provoke you into being violent so that they can use deadly force on you. And if you've ever felt like someone's trying to provoke you so they can have an excuse to hit you or worse, and in this instance, worse, it is probably not your imagination. Some people want to try to goad you into doing something wrong so that they can at the very least appear to be a victim, or maybe even sue you for some type of assault, or worse, so that they can use a weapon on you and take your life. So I'm going to go through this story from the Atlanta Black Star. I'm not going to read the whole thing step by step. The headline says that police, Tennessee man arrested after shooting black neighbor who fought back with his cane following periods of prolonged threats. A Tennessee man facing several charges, including attempted murder, after authorities say he shot his neighbor and later threatened to kill a Clarksville police detective, all following a racially charged altercation last month. So he basically had been bothering this person that he shot for a month and provoked the guy to hit him with a cane. And then he used that as an excuse to shoot him. I'm going to read a little bit more. On Friday, August 27th, Stephen Andrew Russell, a white man, was charged with attempted murder after his neighbor was found with multiple gunshot wounds, Clarksville Now recently reported. According to court records obtained from the news outlet, on Thursday, August 26, this is in 2021, police responded to calls of a shooting at the Summit Heights area. However, when they were on their way, 911 received a second call, but this time from Russell. The 61-year-old told emergency personnel that he had shot and killed his neighbor, whose identity had not been yet made public, but he is black. Investigators revealed that before the incident, Russell and his neighbor had already had a less than pleasant exchange. This altercation was a result of prolonged racial tension irritated by Russell towards his neighbor, the court record said. Russell is accused of tormenting his neighbor to the point that the neighbor took action and struck the man with his walking cane, a CPD spokesperson, Scott Bobin, said. That's when Russell reportedly pulled out a .22 caliber revolver and fired at the victim, hitting his arm. The man escaped to his front porch. Russell kept firing until he emptied the weapon before striking the man one last time, then fled the scene. And so according to the rest of the article, the victim, needed medical attention, but ultimately ended up passing away. So yes, people will try to provoke you so that they can have an excuse to unleash their violence upon you. So they're trying to get you to do violence so they can act like, they're just a victim and there was no reason why this person attacked me and I just had to shoot them, whatever. Even the martial artists that'll do this, that'll provoke fights with people so they can practice on them. So it's not just your imagination. If people ever say to you, you skeptics out there on the internet, I think this person was trying to goad me into doing something so that they could hurt me, they're not lying. And the only thing that's going to get us out of this situation, a situation like that, is to exercise the tenet of self-control. So God be with the victim and the victim's family. I don't know who the victim was, is, and who their family is, but there are some seriously sinister people out there. Yes, they are trying to hurt you. I don't want you to be fearful. I do want you to be mindful. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people like to talk about the martial arts. Remember, Taekwondo tenets aren't just pleasant feel-goods. They can also save your life. Peace, and as always, thank you for your time.